Hello, everybody. It's me, Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I'm back with another game review. This time I'm reviewing Atomfall. It was developed and published by Rebellion and released on March 27th, 2025 on all gaming systems except the Nintendo Switch. Before I get started, big huge shout out to Rebellion for finally making a game that's not another Sniper Elite. I'm so impressed with you. It's nice to see you finally step out of the box of your comfort zone and try something different. But as for overall plot, Atomfall takes place in an alternate 1960s history involving northern England, where the windscale nuclear plant has a massive disaster, turning most of England into a radioactive quarantine zone. You play as an amnesiac who wakes up after 5 years and goes out on a quest to find out what actually led up to the events that led to this massive accident that screwed up all of England. Now, honestly, this game looks and plays a lot like some other games, as you fight against different enemies, including different soldiers, mutants, robots, and even a doomsday cult. Now, you can tell that this is very heavily inspired by certain games, and the development team was open with it, and they said they were inspired by Metro, BioShock, and get this, you'll never get this, Fallout New Vegas. Who would have guessed, right? Honestly, I'm dubbing this game British Fallout. It's British Fallout, and I'm saying that because it really is. As for mechanics, it's a first-person shooter where you go around, you have some melee attacks like punching and kicking. You gather different items, including, different, bits and bobs. You can collect different herbs. You can go and you salvage. You get all kinds of, parts that you can use to combine in a very, very bare bones, rudimentary style crafting system. As long as you have enough items, you can combine them as long as you know, quote, the recipe and create the item. And you just go around killing enemies, going through different vaults. Yeah, vaults. I don't think they're called vaults in this, but you go through these different underground areas and you have to worry about different enemies, including these glowing green ghouls that you have to defeat. And honestly, it's Fallout. This is honestly British Fallout. It really is. Every single thing about this. Only thing I can say is the visual fidelity of this game is top notch. The graphics are beautiful, vibrant. The lighting effects are very well done. The overall world design, it's a beautiful world. It's vast and varied. You got beautiful parts. You got parts that are decrepit and messed up. You have to worry about classic things, including radiation. And depending on what difficulty you pick for the game, you have to worry about just about everything, like water, food, and everything like that. If you put it on the easier mode, it plays out like normal, like Fallout 3. Really, that's the best way to describe it. Now, as for the actual game world itself, it's not truly an open world game. Now, what I mean by that is it's these big, giant open areas that you can go and explore around that are vast and varied, that have all kinds of nooks and crannies that you can search, but it's broken into 6 giant, large-size areas to explore. The best way to describe this is it's almost like playing Borderlands. It's not even a central hub, but you have these areas that connect that you can backtrack back and forth through as you try to do these different missions with people and collect items and progress the story. Now, one thing I have to say I love about this is the fact that they do not hold back over the fact that you can be a miserable piece of crap in this. Hands down, you'll even see in the footage that I actually am showing here, it's not matching up with what I'm saying, but you'll see it if you watch the footage. Honestly, you can have a barter system with certain people you come across. We can trade items for other items. You'll see items that they have and you want, and you can trade your items for them. Or you can just freaking kill them. Yeah, that's right. You can just snap their neck and take all their stuff. Seriously. And that's really what I did. I went through, and that was nice. I still bartered with people. But as soon as I got what I wanted, then I just killed them and took all my stuff back. I'm evil. Honestly, if you give me a chance to be evil in a game, I'm always going to be evil. And in this one, you do have to worry about the amount of items you have. Your backpack or whatever only can carry so many items, but there are these areas you can go and drop off stuff in the tube in special areas of like vaults and other locations. like as a storage box, so to say. And as you go through, you'll find these other boxes you can open. Most of the time, I found them in the vaults that will give you upgrades that allow you to unlock a perk in your skill tree. And it's almost, once again, similar to Fallout, but not as in depth and detailed. It's very bare bones. Honestly, like just the crafting in this is very bare bones. It's a lot more bare bones, but more visually appealing and attractive. The mechanics in terms of fighting are fluid and a little bit floaty and off, especially with melee attacks. But other than that, the gunplay is super crisp and good. Honestly, I found myself just going around and purposely just killing people and robbing them. Because the thing is, as you go through there, you have to deal with three main human types. Now, that's not including the mutants and also the robots as well. The three main types are the druids, the outlaws, and the protocol. Druids are these people that don't like mechanical stuff. They'll still shoot you in the face with a bow and arrow, but they don't use guns, okay? They have like sharp blades they'll try to stab you with and shoot you with arrows. So the druids, you got to make sure the arrow people take them down first. And then as long as you have a decent ranged weapon or you know how to like dodge their attack, the druids ain't that bad. Outlaws are the more bare bones people. They're the ones you come across early on in the game. They're people all decked out with face paint and feathers and stuff. And most of the time you can just club the living hell out of them and steal all their stuff and leave. They're the weakest, I would say, in it. But hands down, the worst is the protocol. These are like their military. I'm not going to say they're similar to Fallout, but they're military based. They have high-powered weapons. They have high-powered guns and ammo and armor. Now, most of the time, always aim for the head. Always aim for the head. That's all I can say. Oh, here's the part right here. Like I said before, when you give me a chance to be evil, I always will be evil. And as you see here, this nice little lady, as you progress through the game, you talk with NPCs, and you have all kinds of different choices you can pick to talk to them about, and to get information to progress you on the main story mission, which is cool. But then, when you're done and you get the information and you get the progression that you need and you maybe trade some items, be nice with the lady, trade some items. No, I don't want no items. It's okay. Let's talk a little bit more. Oh, you've lived in this village your whole time. Everybody loves this lady. She's a sweetheart. She's a sweetheart. I'm going to go. You know what? I'm not going to go. I'm going to break your freaking neck, you bitch. And then steal our stuff. Honestly, I love when games allow you to do that. And this game does. It really does. So, hands down, I have to say, like if I get back to my point, the druids are easy, the outlaws, but Protocol, they have the best gear. The Protocol has the best gear. So if you want to level up the gear in it, your best way is honestly taking down the people in the Protocol. But keep in mind, those guys come in groups. It's not just one or two. I've had it to where it's like 7 or 8. They set up towers. They can set up alarms. And they get the robots on you. Trust me, you're just going to be running as fast as you can. And like I said, in higher difficulties, you have to worry about everything. Your health meter, your stamina, and everything like that. On the lower difficulties, you can just do some running and gunning action. You can run and sprint without really worrying about anything. So that's actually the funner aspect of playing it. But if you want a challenge, crank up the difficulty a bit, and it gets a lot more like a survival-style game. It really does. Now, this game will take you anywhere from 10 to 25 hours long. 10 roughly just to beat it. 25 if you want to actually try to get everything done. Overall price, you're looking at $60. It's not a $70 game, so it's a reasonably priced game. Visual fidelity is quite well. It runs super smooth. Like I said, the only problems I have to say with it is the fact is some of the melee attacks can come off as a little bit clunky in terms of like the hitboxes of the enemies. You have basically your normal punch, a normal kick, and then any sort of melee weapon that you've gathered along the way. But the best trick I've learned is also just save your ammo until much later. Sneak up on people behind them and just snap their necks, really. Don't barter with people unless you want to be nice. I'm sure you probably get a trophy for it. But honestly, I love games where you can go and just be a complete piece of crap. Now, naturally, a game like this has so much content in it, always collecting all kinds of different scrap parts and books and and everything else. Honestly, if you played Fallout, this is basically a high-res English version of Fallout. It even has those little, phone booths you go to. The classic red phone booths. Looks like something out of Doctor Who. And basically, those are kind of pointless, though. They just have like some dude that's telling you like little bits and pieces. As you see right here in the footage, right here at Slattendale, we have the nice little red phone booth that's lighting up. I go in there and answer the phone, and it's just dude like giving you a clue of where you should go next, really like that. But that's really about it about this game. Is you just go around, just searching around, grabbing items, using them to create items, and as you go through different vaults, and it's Fallout. The best way to describe it is it's a very beautiful and gorgeous looking Fallout that plays buttery smooth. Honestly, with a really heavy English accent. Honestly, hands down, can I recommend Atomfall? Yes, I can. This game is fun. It really is fun. And since it has so many different amounts of variation in terms of difficulties and different things you can pick, it makes it to where the game can be super hard if you want it to be hard, or it could be just super easy if you want it to be easy. Don't get me wrong, even on easy mode, it's still challenging. You still need to pay attention to what you're doing and where you're going. But honestly, hands down, Atomfall, Rebellion, good job. Good job, people. You finally made something different, and it actually plays and looks great. Much better than your classic Sniper Elite series. Don't get me wrong, it's a good series, but I like this one better. This was Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I want to thank each and every single one of you for watching this video. Please leave in the comments below if you think I've missed anything on Atomfall. If you agree or disagree with me on anything, leave it in the comments below. And please like and subscribe this video. And of course, here at Devil Dog Gaming, we always end our videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember people, the devil is in the details. Peace out until next time.